Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Carmen. Welcome. Hey guys, in this video today we're going to take a look at the numerology charts of JD Vance and Tim Walz to see the future of these two candidates. Which one is going to be elected as the next vice president of the United States? And do either of them have the possibility of becoming the future president at some point? Numerology reveals that today in this video. This is just going to be a quick, short video. I'm not going to go too much into depth looking at these charts. We're just going to skip to the timing numbers to kind of get a feel for what's going to happen on election day and who's going to win, right? But if you want me to spend more time going into depth looking at either of these candidates, then let me know in the comments below. If you want me to do a separate video for JD Vance, comment Vance in the comments below. And if you want me to do a separate video for Tim Walz, comment Walz in the comments below. And if you haven't seen it already, check out the video I did on Donald Trump and Kamala Harris's charts where I predict who will win the US 2024 election. Okay, so if you want to find out who I predict will win the election, check out that video. I will link it below in the description box. Okay, but now we're going to take a look at JD Vance and Tim Walz today because this is going to give us even more information as to who will win, right? Which team is going to win. And everything I tell you is just going to be based on the numbers. I don't have negative feelings towards either of these candidates. I'm just going to be strictly looking at the numbers objectively and from a neutral point of view. So let's take a look at the pinnacles of these candidates first, because the pinnacles reveal a lot of information about what season of their life they're currently in, okay? Because the pinnacles are basically like the seasons of your life, spring, summer, fall, and winter. And they basically kind of tell a story about what is happening in that, what is happening in that season of your life. And as you can see, JD Vance is currently in his second pinnacle or second season of his life, and it is a 6th pinnacle. Okay, and by the way, JD Vance is not the name he was born with, okay? He was born with a different name. So if you are going to calculate these charts yourself, keep that in mind that you need to use the name that the person's parents intended to give them at birth. Okay, so going back to the pinnacles, he's in his second pinnacle and it's a 6th pinnacle. And when you're in a 6th pinnacle, it's all about the community and the family. Okay, you become the center of the family, you become the center of the community, and you're basically expected to give service. It's a service energy, service to other people when you're in this 6 energy. With the exception of healing yourself and focusing on your health, because this is also the number of health, it's basically, you're always giving to other people and focusing on other people when you're in the 6th pinnacle. So now what's interesting is that Tim Walz is also in a 6th pinnacle. Okay, he's in the last season of his life and he entered it in 2016. And each pinnacle is only 9 years. When you get to the last one, it just keeps repeating itself over and over again. This is a tricky pinnacle to get elected in because it really depends on your intentions. If your intention is to genuinely help and to give service to other people, then this can be a good pinnacle to get elected in. If your intention is just to have power and to have control over other people, then this is not going to be a good pinnacle for you, basically. So it really just depends on your intentions with this energy. And in terms of an edge over the two of them, there's no edge. Okay, nobody has an edge over each other with this because they're both in the same energy. They're both in the 6th pinnacle, so they're equal in this area. So now we have to take a look at the personal year numbers and the essence numbers, because the personal year number is going to be the number within the pinnacle that you're currently in, okay? Because like I said, each pinnacle goes 1 through 9, and they're both having a personal 9 year, meaning that they are both in the 9th and final year of their 6th pinnacle. And so interesting that they're both in very similar energies right now. Okay, they are both in the 9th year of their 6th pinnacle, and they both became the nominees for vice president this year. The personal year number is how the energy of the year affects you from the outside. So everything from the outside coming in, everything that's being thrown at you, basically. So during a 9-year, and especially a 9-year in a 6th pinnacle, there can be a lot of responsibility put onto your plate, because these are both energies about responsibility towards other people. And so you're definitely not going to have a lot of time for yourself. You're going to be having to help the community out. You're going to be having to, help other people and focus on other people in this energy. 6 and 9 are both service numbers, right? And if you flip over 6, it becomes 9, right? So they even kind of look the same. And that has been the case for both of these candidates. This election hasn't been about them. They are in service to the person that they are running with. They are the wingmen of Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. They are their support. They're that person that is there to support and help their candidate for president. So that makes sense for both of them, right? Because that's what the VP is. It's not about the VP, it's about the top dog, and they're just there to help that person. So they've definitely taken on that role, both of these candidates, and both of them have been very supportive to the people that they are running with. And we definitely have seen that this year. Now, there can also be a lot of things coming to an end for both of them this year, okay? Because 9 is the final number. So it's all about tying up loose ends, things coming to a conclusion, graduation, right? Graduating from one stage and moving on to another stage of your life. And so that's going to be the case for both of them, right? No matter who ends up winning, there's going to be a lot of things coming to an end. For the person who ends up winning, the former life that they have known for many years, that comes to an end this year. And they begin a brand new life as the VP. For the person who doesn't win, things come to an end for them as well. Okay, their career doesn't come to an end, but their hopes and dreams and possibility of becoming the VP, that comes to an end for them this year, whoever doesn't win. So normally I would say this is not a good number to get elected in. It's not like one of the best ones if I had to choose, honestly. And if you take a look at Hillary Clinton, when she was running in 2016, she was having a personal 9-year. And what happened in 2016? Things came to an end for her in that year. However, in this situation, both of them have the same number. So it doesn't really make a difference. So far, they're neck and neck and they're tied. They're equal so far based on these energies. So we have to look at the other energies. Let's take a look at the essence number. The essence is basically predicting the way you are going to be feeling during that year from the inside. Okay. How are you going to be feeling from the inside? Or what is the energy of the year going to be like from the inside? And as you can see in 2024, this year, JD Vance is having an 11 essence. And 11 is a master number. So there can be some really big accomplishments and achievements that happen during a master 11 personal year or an 11 essence number. But there can also be huge challenges and setbacks that happen too. So it can go either way with the 11. But it does explain why suddenly out of nowhere, he was picked as Trump's VP candidate. And 11 is the number of the messenger, bringing a message to the masses, usually through illumination, through the spotlight being all on you. And this has been the case for JD Vance this year. And now everyone knows who he is. And a lot of people didn't know who he was before. With Tim Walz, he's having a 6 essence. And so from the inside, he's feeling that 6 energy of being the person of service, being the person who is supporting Kamala and her wingman, basically. So the 11 essence was definitely enough to help JD Vance to become the nominee for the VP. But because the 11 can go either way with huge achievement or huge setback, in order to see if it will be enough to get him elected and not just to become the VP nominee, we need to take a look at the following year. What is the energy of the essence coming up the next year? Because 2025 is the year of the inauguration. So as you can see in 2025, he's going to be having an 8 essence. Okay, and 8 is the number of power in numerology. It's the number of power, it's the number of abundance, and it's the number of manifestation. And if you look at the 8, it looks like the infinity sign, right? And this represents infinite power and infinite abundance. So this is the best number to have because it indicates that you will be feeling empowered and you're going to be feeling very powerful from the inside. And not only that, you're going to be feeling an increase in your status too, because 8 is also the number of status and having more status in the world. So you'll be feeling an increase in status when you have an 8 essence. And this is going to be happening during a 1 personal year. And 1 is the number of a new cycle starting, fresh new beginnings, and a fool's journey, right? Starting from the beginning and this brand new cycle of energy coming in. So, and 1 is also a very successful number too. It's like the number of coming in first, taking on a leadership position and having power. So it's similar to 8 where it's another power number. Okay, so we have 2 power numbers coming in for JD Vance in 2025. And that energy is going to be hitting him both from the outside and the inside next year. Okay, 2025 is going to be a very empowered energy for him. He's going to be feeling like his status has increased and he's going to be feeling like he's in this new leadership position and taking on more personal power. The 8 and 1 combination is actually the best combination to have for winning. Either to have this combination in the year that you get elected or the following year of an inauguration. This is the best combination basically. But what about Tim Walz? What energies are coming up for him in the following year of the inauguration, 2025? And as you can see, he's also having a 1 personal year. So a brand new cycle starting for him and possibly a leadership position coming at him from the outside. From the inside, he's going to be feeling the Master 11 energy. And remember what I said about the Master 11 essence. It can go either way, where you're feeling like you have achieved some huge accomplishment that year. And, you know, this is like some life-changing achievement, or the complete opposite, where you feel like you have failed completely and you are dealing with all of these new limitations and failures. So this is a fickle energy and it can go either way. And to give you an example of this, Bitcoin really started taking off and becoming big when it was having a Master 11 year. But the next time it had an 11 year, it started crashing. And that's when everyone was losing tons of money in Bitcoin. And as I mentioned, JD Vance is also having an 11 essence. His is in 2024, this year. But the difference is that JD Vance's 11 essence is going to be a very powerful one for him because it is preceded by an 8 and a 1. The 11 is preceded in 2025 by the energy of power. Not only power from the inside, but power from the outside too. So this tells me that JD Vance will be elected as the Vice President of the United States. He is going to get elected. Okay, and I'm not trying to trigger anybody with this because I know that half of the audience watching is not going to be happy with this, but we have to be as objective as possible. Keep watching because there is more information to be revealed. And check out my presidential prediction video where I look at the charts of Trump and Kamala Harris because there's more information that is given in that video as well. Now, as I had mentioned in my previous video, after Vance and Trump get elected, this could come with some challenges though, because they could try to throw Trump into prison or try to disqualify him completely. So there might be some challenges and there could be some chaos that happens as a result of this win, where there's political unrest because people are not accepting the results of this win or because they are trying to throw Trump into prison or disqualify him, and that causes unrest. Okay? So just be prepared for November, December, and January. Now, as to the future of JD Vance, will he end up becoming the president someday? That's for a separate video. So if you want to see a separate video just looking at JD Vance's chart, comment Vance below. But I will tell you that he is here to bring change to the world. His life path being a 5. And the life path is like your main lesson that you're working on. And 5 is a number of freedom and change, and he's here to bring change to the world and to be an agent of change. So let me know in the comments below who you are voting for in this election. Let me know in the comments below. I'm very curious to see. And if you like this video, hit the like button and share it with other people, because it really helps to get this information out there when you do that. And we want to get this information out there to as many people as possible. I also spend a lot of time on these videos for you guys, so thank you so much for all of your support. And I would love to have you subscribe and to become part of the family. If you want to get a personal reading with me, you can head on over to my website, StarsAlignWithCarmen.com. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Thanks for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.